Hello, everyone. So, in Brooklyn Center, Minnesota, uh, some elderly woman police officer, she thought she was tasing a 20-year-old named Daunte Wright, who, was reportedly, stopped for a regular traffic stop. Uh, and then, yeah, she thought she was tasing him, and she shot him, with just one bullet, and he crashed. Just ahead, he was driving, and he eventually crashed, and he died at the age of 20. This was an accident, but oh man, I I don't know how old she is, but I don't know. Being a police officer for several years, I don't know how she mistook a taser for a gun. I'm just not quite sure about that. Being in the force for several years, I just don't know. And this was just a few miles away from where Derek Chauvin was in trial. And last night, Minneapolis, people were protesting in Minneapolis, jumping on cars, and police responded with pepper spray, and yeah. So, NBA's game, MLB's game, and NHL's game in Minneapolis tonight was postponed, and the governor of Minnesota has issued a 7 p.m. curfew for Minneapolis and surrounding areas. So, that's something. And this happened last December, but a lieutenant in the military who was pulled over by police at a gas station in Virginia. He was pepper sprayed because he didn't have a visible license plate, although he had a temporary one in the windshield of the back windshield, and he was ordered to put his hands on the window. He did that. He was ordered to get out of the car. The military lieutenant in uniform, was afraid. And then they forced him out of the car, and, he came out of the car after he was pepper sprayed, and then they forced him to the ground. He was arrested. Ultimately, he was not charged with anything. But the officer who pepper sprayed him has been fired. And then, they're retraining their entire force in that area, including the officer who was not fired and was involved in that incident. Yeah. So defense is expected to start testifying tomorrow in the Derek Chauvin trial. Yeah, and I guess Chauvin's attorney asked to move the rest of the jury to the secure location the rest of the trial, because, he was afraid that many of them would plead guilty because of their concerns for other police encounters, and there's if we plead not guilty, what's gonna happen with Chauvin and all that. Yeah. Well, oh yeah, the talk came back today without Sharon Osbourne. That was unlike, and I didn't see it, but it was unlike any other show they've done. Yeah. Osbourne was the last original co-host, so that, that's something. And they, as ugly as it sounds, but they had to talk about that day. They really had to talk about that day and move on. Because it's been a month. They were off the air for a month, darn it. And yeah. Yeah, just something. So Prince Harry, he is in London now. He arrived yesterday afternoon, and he has started his quarantine. He's staying in the same place he stayed with Meghan Markle while they lived in the UK. Meghan Markle has not come along with Harry as she is 7 months pregnant. I don't know whether Archie is with Meghan or with Harry. I'm not sure about that. What else? Oh yeah, Macaulay Culkin is a father now. Welcomed his first child. Nick Cannon is expecting twin boys, so yeah, that's something. Luke Bryan has tested positive for COVID-19. You know, and somebody's going to replace him on Idol. I'm not sure who. But yeah. What else is happening? Oh yeah, CDC director. She's advising Gretchen Whitmer, Michigan's governor, to shut Michigan down. She said, oh, vaccines are not the answer, but we just gotta shut it down. Yeah, well, those vaccines aren't effective, I'm sure. But yeah, I guess you just gotta shut it down for a little while if the vaccines don't work. I don't know. This may be a sign. I don't know. She said, the answer isn't necessarily more vaccines, because, she wanted to be cautious. She didn't want to kill off too many people. Because, those vaccines have caused adverse reactions in people. Even if it is very small, it's too big. Yeah. Yeah, and it's spreading wildly, especially among high school students there. About 25% of them have it. Oh, and U.S. vaccine numbers. Apparently, 46% have received their first dose, and 28% are fully vaccinated, which, oh, man. That many people vaccinated? Man. I wonder how many big old rashes are on those darn arms. What else happened in this world? Yeah, many police encounters, many racial unrest incidents. Oh, I forgot about, there was this one school shooting in Tennessee, I think. One's dead, a police officer injured. Yeah, just a lot of police encounters. I don't think a police shot at that school, obviously. That would be really alarming if a police caused a school shooting. But, yeah. Anyway, subscribe to my channel. I have got to go now. Bye.